Hey Sean, it's another dark and dingy day here. I'm trying to film something in this dim light. What I want to do is introduce you to scales and the ideas, some of the ideas behind them. Just a rough introduction, and I'm going to start this on the piano. It used to sing a piano, and you know it's got black keys and white keys. If I do this and cover up most of the white keys, what you get left behind along here are all the sounds that a piano can make. So etc, etc. These are the notes of the Western scale, of all the scales that we play. But there are black keys and there are white keys. So what's going on with that? Well, we have this full range of sounds here, but generally we only use certain ones. If we use the full range, it's called the chromatic scale, which is like playing on the guitar at every fret. But to get an effect, an emotional effect, the Greeks and other people discovered that if you use certain subsets of the full range, you get different feelings in the music. The notes, the white notes on the piano, correspond to the letters of the notes in the scale. So this one is A, then there's B, C, D, E, F, G, and it goes back to A. You notice that some steps in this scale are just one key different. Like that. Some steps have got two keys there, so they skip over one. Now, an individual step from, say, there to there is called a semitone. A step over two notes is called a tone. If we play A, B, C, D, you see that some of them are a full tone, some of them are a semitone. So we're going whole tone, semitone, whole tone, because we're skipping over these two black keys. If I start on, say, a C, then I'm going to go C, whole tone, semitone. So from the A, it's whole tone, semitone, whole tone, but from C, you end up doing whole tone, semitone. That's quite important because those two different arrangements, the whole tone, semi, whole, gives you one feeling in the music. But the whole tone, semitone gives you a different feeling, and you can get an idea of this. If I play a bass note and just hold it for a reference, and then do this, you can see that is the A minor scale, and it's called the A minor. It has a sort of melancholic feel to it. If instead I pick on the note C, there's a C here in bass. If I start with a C and play the same four notes, but there are different tone gaps between the notes, I get a completely different feel. See, it's quite jolly. Versus the A minor scale. heavy, melancholic, sad. The C scale, which I'll play here, is known as major scale. That's the C major scale, and it has an uplifting feel to it. The A minor scale is a minor scale, and it has a heavy, melancholic feel to it. Both those scales use only the white notes on the keyboard. Just a little bit about naming the black keys. Here's A, B, C, D. What we generally do is name the black key either sharp or flat. So if I play that, there's an A, that is a sharp A, so we call that A sharp. But we can also, at the same time, if this is a B, we can call it B flat. So every one of these black keys can be either a sharp version of the one below, so that's C and C sharp, or you can consider it a flat version of the one above. There's a D, that will be D flat. So C sharp and D flat are the same sound. But why do they get different names? Well, that's a more complicated subject, and it depends on which key you're playing in, whether you think of the note as a flattened key or as a sharpened key relative to other notes. Let's see, I think that's enough on the piano for the moment. Just remember the idea of the white keys. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. And it restarts again, these two sound the same. They work together very harmoniously, and that's an octave difference between them. So that's an A, that's an A, there's another A, another A. There's a rough, quick introduction to scales, okay? Now I'll switch cameras and go and look at the guitar.